Hi folks, Nick here from the Main Street Talk podcast. Are you thinking about your next Disney vacation? I can help you plan that vacation at no extra cost to you. As a travel genie at Genie Travel Company, I keep an eye out for the latest and best Disney promotions and then apply them so you get the most value for your vacation. Contact me at nick.garcia@genietravelco.com. And if you enjoy our podcast, please give us a rating in your player. Enjoy this week's show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Main Street Talk podcast, your go-to podcast for all things Walt Disney World related, all the news and updates and tips and tricks. I am your host, Nick, and as always, with me is Joni.
Hi, everyone.
So I hope everybody had a happy Easter.
Hello, yes.
And I hope everybody is winding down from their spring break trips to Disney World, because it was a little hectic, I heard, as it always is. Anytime there's a holiday, especially extended holidays, Disney World tends to get a little busy. I got something exciting to announce. If you're keeping track at home, and I don't know why you would be, but if you are keeping track at home, this is our 48th episode.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to be hitting 50 in 2 weeks, obviously. And for our 50th, we're going to be giving away a $25 Target gift card.
Okay.
I was going to do the Disney one, but I was like, you gotta, if you're not in Disney, you got to, go online and use it. So Target, a lot of Targets have the Disney section inside of there. So
that's a great idea.
Yeah, you can go to your local Target. So in order to be on this list, you got to subscribe to our email list, mainstreettalkpod.com, and hit the subscribe button, and you will be entered to win the $25 gift card. If you're already on our list, you're already entered. No, nothing else to do. So
you know what? Can I do something?
Sure.
Can I match your 25?
You're going to see my 25
see your 25 and raise you.
And raise me 25?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a 50.
This just turned into a $50 gift card.
For our 50th show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why didn't I think of that?
So let's do that.
Okay. Scratch everything I just said. $50 gift card. The process remains the same. MainStreetTalkPod.com, and hit the subscribe button and you will be entered.
Okay. Perfect.
That's exciting. Okay. Are we ready to get on to the show?
We are.
April 12th. Everything is current to April 12th. We're going to start in Magic Kingdom. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spinner has officially reopened at Magic Kingdom. I did read something that even the Lightning Lane lines were a little long for that. So everybody wants to see the refreshed version, the new blasters and all that. And speaking of attractions, opening Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is officially reopening May 3rd. We knew that was coming. This was unexpected. When it reopens, the height requirement will be 38 inches instead of the previous 40.
Oh.
So get some extra riders on there.
Yeah.
They must have did some tweaks to the ride vehicles.
Yeah,
or
that's
to
good. Some
that.
safety straps, something. Yeah.
And new permits filed for Piston Peak National Park suggest there may be some vertical construction coming soon. And this was pretty cool. I showed you the video of this. Peter Pan and Wendy have taken flight on their Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away float.
Yeah.
They're now flying around on the float. Pretty cool.
Nick must really like this piece of news because currently we have 3 of the littles staying, as we have a son and a daughter and a bunch of other family gatherings out of town for a bachelorette party. And Nick and I are babysitting, and he put on Peter Pan.
Peter Pan and Wendy.
So
yeah.
This Starlight Parade must really be on his mind.
All right, that's what I got for Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Over at Epcot, one piece of news, and I am going to slaughter these names, so just work with me here. Air Canada is bringing a refreshed poutine spot, La Poutinerie, to Epcot with updated theming near the Canada Pavilion. Aeroplan members will also get VIP perks, including a reserved viewing area for Luminous, the Symphony of Us, adding a new layer of dining and exclusive experiences to the World Showcase. So Air Canada is now an official sponsor of one of the spots in Epcot.
Cool.
Over at Hollywood Studios, pay attention to this if you're going to be there in mid-June. Disney's Hollywood Studios is closing early on June 18th, 2026 at 6 o'clock. This is 3 hours ahead of their usual 9 o'clock for that time of year. There is a corporate private event going on there. This was really exciting when I saw this. A Monsters, Inc. coaster installation has begun. So they have started putting up the coaster beams. We mentioned last week that the coaster beams were spotted near Hollywood Studios in a staging area.
Right.
But they are now going vertical.
Okay.
Saw pictures. I looked last week. There was at least 4 posts
Wow.
that were up.
All right.
And I saw the aerial photo of that, where that's going to be, and it's massive. It's a big area. And speaking of Monsters, Inc. area, a water tower located near the former Mama Melrose Restaurante has been removed for the transformation. No word on if they're going to put one back up or if they're just refurbing it, but the water tower is gone. At Animal Kingdom, Expedition Everest has new video screens installed in the boarding area, giving guests safety and ride preparation information just before they board the train. That's all I have for park news.
Okay.
On to miscellaneous. Speaking of, we just talked about spring break has ended, or for the most part. So has the bus restrictions from Disney Springs to the resorts. During spring break, the peak time, they're
no longer IDing.
Right. They were scanning magic bands to make sure you were a resort guest. That is no longer the case. So transportation is open to all visitors now. In Walt Disney World, Lake Buena Vista Golf Course will be closed from late spring to early fall for major refurbishments, it says. So if you're a golfer, take note of that.
Wait, what day was that? May?
Late spring to early fall. And Comcast Xfinity adds Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max to the Stream Saver bundle. So if you're a customer of Comcast, look into that if you're interested. And at the 86th Annual Peabody Awards have announced their 2026 nominees, with Disney receiving 11 nominations across its documentary and television divisions. And kind of a sad bit of news. Disney has announced, the Wall Street Journal reported this, Disney has announced that they will be laying off close to 1,000 employees coming up. It appears that most of these employees will be from their marketing department. It's just an unfortunate thing of business that happens. Never like to hear that, but it was a pretty big story in the mainstream news this last week. So I guess this has been in the works for a while, but.
Yeah, I mean, they're busy constructing, so the marketing, I wonder if they had a hand in all of this, and it's just kind of a layoff that their services aren't really needed so much now that they have
I think it's more on the entertainment side of things.
Okay.
So,
I was thinking parks.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's unfortunate. Business is
well, when
business.
you got this much stuff rolling out, new boats and I mean, all kinds of new stuff. And
that is all I have for park news.
All right. So, that wasn't really a whole lot.
No, it wasn't a whole lot. What do we have? Let's go on to Spotlight on Attraction.
Okay. Well, let's head back over to our usual spot over at the pavilion with the animals, the Disney animals at EPCOT.
Are we still in the tanks?
Yeah, we are. We're visiting the manatees today.
Man, I love manatees.
And just to let you know is that the manatee rehab is on levels 1 and 2. While primarily this is reserved for manatees, the center is also a major hub for other rehabs at the pavilion. Located on both floors near the elevators, the first floor offers underwater views, and the second is for close-up care to look at their cares and their feeding. The Disney description says, slow down to take in the grace of these large water-dwelling mammals who are fed continuously throughout the day so you can almost catch them eating. So this also, in addition to the other mammals in the tanks, January 15, 1986. But did you know that there are 3 species of manatee?
I did not know. I thought a manatee was a manatee.
Manatee is a manatee is a manatee.
That's what I thought.
That is incorrect. There's the Amazonian, the West African, and the West Indian. So the ones that are homed at EPCOT are the West Indian manatee, and which are mostly solitary animals that live in warm coastal and river waters across the eastern United States, Central America, and South America. At EPCOT, injured and at their resort center, the rehab, the injured and cold stress manatees are cared for at the Seabase Aquarium as part of their rehab program. Most manatees stay temporarily in this rehab program. I don't know the longest term one, but I know that Little Joe was there. I mean, he was like the hot topic of the manatee families when we were there, and he is no longer. He's been rehomed. But most manatees stay temporarily receiving medical care and monitoring until they can safely return to the wild. So their goal is not to just keep them forever as a look-upon pet. They rehab and send them back.
Send them out.
Their training is very minimal because they want to preserve their natural behaviors because they do rehome them back.
Makes sense.
So they don't want them to rely too heavily. And though they are guided enough to help with their recovery, even after release, they're tracked to ensure that they adapt properly, which is nice. You don't want to just send somebody out there and be
Okay,
like,
go. Okay.
Good luck.
Bye.
At the aquarium, manatees eat a diet similar to what they would find in the wild, primarily lettuce. Guess how many heads of lettuce per day?
A single manatee?
Yep.
How many heads of lettuce? I'm going to go with 100.
Up to 100.
Is it really?
I cannot believe you just guessed
wow.
that. You cheated. You
I
looked at
I
my
did not.
notes.
I have not seen any of your notes.
Just teasing. Well, they also eat other foods for enrichments. So, but yes, up to 100 heads of lettuce daily. That's crazy. The Walt Disney Company also supports manatee conservation through the Disney Conservation Fund, helping to protect habitats and address threats like boat strikes, pollution, and environmental changes. So there you have it. We have a really cute picture of us. It was actually Joe. Or was it? Was it? No, who was it?
I don't know. We'll have to revisit that.
Yeah, we will.
It was at the Animal Kingdom Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he came down and visited us. I think it was Frank.
Was it Frankie?
Frank or something, I don't know. But got a cute little selfie with
as he was swimming by.
So
I like to think he was waving at the camera.
Yeah. Oh, and also cast members are out there. You can ask questions and do
Sure.
what.
Oh, yeah.
And they're mostly located on the feeding floor, which is the second floor.
Okay.
So anybody's got any questions or wants to know any kind of rehabs or anything.
Talk to your local cast member.
That's right. That's all I have for the manatees.
Okay. Thank you, Joni.
Yep, you bet.
On to This Week in Disney History. We're going to start April 14th, 1934. The silly symphony short The Big Bad Wolf was released, bringing back the stars of the previous year's smash hit, The Three Little Pigs. And on April 13th, 1935, Disney reached a bittersweet milestone with the release of Mickey's Kangaroo. This was the final black and white Mickey Mouse cartoon ever produced. From then on, Mickey was in Technicolor.
Mm.
On April 18th, 1953, Mickey's classical theatrical run ended with The Simple Things. He wouldn't return to theaters for 30 years.
Wow.
April 17th.
Locked up in that Disney vault.
April 17th, 1958. Disney made history by opening its first attraction outside of a Disney park. The 360-degree film America the Beautiful debuted at the World's Fair in Brussels, Belgium, showcasing Walt's Circarama technology to the world. April 15th, 1983, this is when Disney went international with the grand opening of Tokyo Disneyland, the first ever Disney theme park outside the United States.
Oh.
April 18th, 1983, the Disney Channel officially launched on cable at 7 a.m., beginning its first broadcast with the program Good Morning Mickey.
Mm. What year was that? 86?
83.
Oh, 83?
I guess I didn't realize it's been around that long until I researched this. April 12th, 1992, Disneyland Paris opened its gates.
Mm.
And on April 18th, 1994, Disney took a pretty big gamble on New York City as Beauty and the Beast, the new musical, premiered at the Palace Theater, making Disney's official and successful arrival to Broadway.
Mm. I was just going to ask how it did. Obviously, it did good. It
did good. They're still doing Broadway stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
And this one's near and dear to our heart. April 16th, 2001, Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge welcomed its first guests, allowing them to wake up to giraffes and zebras right outside their windows.
Mm.
On April 13th, 2015, the transformation of downtown Disney into Disney Springs hit a major milestone with the opening of the boathouse, bringing high-end dining to Disney Springs. That's what I got for this week in Disney history.
Okie doke.
Wow, 2001 Animal Kingdom Lodge opened.
Yeah.
I guess I knew that, but reading it, I don't know. All right, let's go on to what movie we got this week.
Oh, we are back at 1955, Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier.
Do you have that song in your head?
No, yes, I do. It literally sings it
and over and over.
Yep, we sure heard it quite a bit. So the first appearance here was May 25th, 1955. It's 93 minutes. Budget was $7 million. Box office, $2,150,000. So not a huge box office hit, but it did make records everywhere else or somewhere else. Director Norman Foster, written by Tom Blackburn, produced by Bill Walsh, cinematography by Charles P. Boyle, music by George Bruns, Lyrics were by Thomas Blackburn, and the orchestration was by Edward Plum. It is based on the American Western adventure drama on the real life and legendary folklore of Davy Crockett. David, rather, a.k.a. Davy. The film follows the legendary woodsman from his days in the 19th century as a scout during the Creed War to his final stand in Texas. The story is divided into 3 distinct chapters of his life: his time as a courageous frontier soldier in combat and scouting in the deep woods of the American South. The second segment, his unexpected rise as a grassroots man of the people politician in the U.S. Congress as he takes his straight-talking style to Washington, D.C. And lastly, it incorporated the journey to San Antonio to join the defense of the Alamo, where he supports and fights for Texas independence. Alongside his loyal companion Georgie Russell, Davy navigates the challenges of the American wilderness and the complexities of early government, ultimately cementing his status as a national folk hero. So there's not really a follow-up movie because, a spoiler alert, he dies in this
Didn't
film.
make it out of the
He
Alamo.
did not make it out of the Alamo. But they did make a film afterward that was supposed to be a prequel.
Oh, they did?
So kind of like Star Wars, they kind of do
you're
things
right,
after.
yeah.
So the 1955 film was a compilation of the first 3 Disney television episodes, with the 1956 prequel, Davy Crockett and the River Pirates, following it. As I said, due to Davy's death in the original film, the 1956 film acts as a chronological prequel exploring earlier adventures before his time at the Alamo. So as I said, we're going to talk about some awards here. Major wins and honors include a 1956 Emmy for Davy Crockett miniseries for Best Action or Adventure Series. In 1991, the lead actor, Fess Parker, was posthumously honored as a Disney legend for his cultural impact through the role, and in 2003, he also received the Texas Medal of Arts Award for his contribution to the arts and his portrayal of the Texas folk hero. The film didn't win any Academy Awards because it was essentially a repackaged version of television content, and while commercially massive, many critics at the time viewed it as a mediocre production intended strictly for children, noting the visual limitations of filming for small 1950s TV screens rather than the silver screen. It was a major merchandise success for cultural rather than critical, sparking a national quote-unquote Crockett craze that sold millions of coonskin caps.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why it kind of seems like it might have bombed at the box office, because it was 3 miniseries put together. But
Right.
on the marketing side, there you go, Disney, you're letting go to your marketing. So a little bit of bonus information. The 3 TV episodes that make up this film are Indian Fighter, Goes to Congress, and lastly, At the Alamo. The 1956 prequel sequel is compiled from 2 TV episodes titled Keelboat Race and River Pirates, where the plot of this 1956 film follows Davy and Georgie Russell, who is played by Buddy Ebsen, as they race Mike Fink and fight river bandits. Davy Crockett's character is played by, as I said earlier, Fess Parker. The theme song, here we go, The Ballad of Davy Crockett, reached unprecedented heights in 1955. It hit the Billboard Top 10 by 3 different artists, Bill Hayes, Tennessee Ernie Ford, and Fess Parker, at the same time.
That shocks me.
Absolutely.
Actually, that song is just, it's over and over and over.
It's
and
repetitive.
It's very, yeah. Okay.
I mean, some of the lyrics, the tune, the harmony and all that is the same.
It's
but
the same.
there is
lyrics,
a little bit different lyrics, but
depending on what's going on in the movie.
Right,
They
the
change
chorus
lyrics.
is the same.
Yeah.
So anyway, they won all at the same time, with Bill Hayes' version reaching number 1 on the charts.
Okay. that was unexpected.
Yeah. Yeah. To each their own, I suppose.
Yeah. It was a different time.
Yeah. Yep. 1950s was definitely a different time. So anyway, that's what I have for Davy Crockett,
Okay.
the 1955 film.
Yeah. If you're going to watch that, just be prepared for the song to play over and over. I mean, it's not like it's a Small World over and over, but it plays several times.
Well, and then we'll see. I'm interested to know when we watch Davy Crockett and the River Pirates, the 1956 film.
If it's the same
if
song.
If there's a song in there.
We'll let you
it's
know.
Got the same tone.
We will report back.
We will definitely report back. Okay, that's what I got.
Okay, thanks, Joni.
Yep.
On to this week's tip or trick. This is something I do not do. I know a lot of people do it, but we have never done it. I can't see myself ever doing this. It's to visit the popular attractions, the lines that get 60 minutes plus during the fireworks for shorter lines. This does absolutely work. You hear lots of vloggers and bloggers talking about this. I'm one that I look forward to the fireworks show every night. It's something I just really enjoy that Disney does. It never gets old to me. It gives me goosebumps every time. I would not do this, but if you're, if that's one for you, you're not a big firework person and you want to ride those popular rides, go during the fireworks because, 50% of the park is on Main Street watching the fireworks. So, all right. Well, that's all I have. This is a little shorter episode. We do have some children running around we have to tend to. But yeah, make sure you get registered for that Target $50 gift card. We will announce the winner of that, not on the next episode, but the following episode. And we will remind you again next week to get registered and get your name in for that. So our website is Main Street Talk Pod. What?
I'm sorry. That was just funny because I'm talking about how we're watching Peter Pan upstairs and you just said "our" and it sounded very pirate-ish. So go ahead. It just caught me off guard.
Our website is mainstreettalkpod.com. The Facebook page is Main Street Talk. Facebook group is Disney World Tips and Tricks. Instagram is Main Street Talk Podcast. And we are on YouTube, audio only. If you want to contact me for any Disney trips or any cruise vacations, that's nick.garcia@genietravelco.com. And we are affiliates of the Magic Candle Company, where you can bring the theme park scents home to your house. The link is on the website. Use the code Main Street Talk at checkout for 15% off. We will be back next week with more tips and tricks and Disney news. So we will talk to you all real soon.
Bye, everyone.